It is absolutely the right advice, and it's a very powerful symbol across the world of the progress that's being made in the fight against HIV and AIDS.
How considerable a problem, after all these years, does HIV remain in the developing world compared to, let's say, here or the States or Western Europe?
Well, HIV it remains a global problem. I mean, to put it into context, there's about 10 million people on HIV treatment around the world, but there's about 26 million people who are living with HIV. So, although the World Health Organization announcement today is a very important one, there's still an awful long way to go to be able to ensure that everybody with HIV has access to treatment. And the simple truth is there is no reason now why anybody should die because of HIV.
You, of course, Paul, speak from sort of personal experience. So you have been through, in a sense, this sort of journey of going from a vast amount of medication to a small amount.
That's absolutely right. I've been living with HIV for nearly 20 years, and I've certainly seen a big difference in terms of the availability of treatment and the quality of that treatment. It's often very tempting, though, to think that the implications of an announcement by the World Health Organization really only apply abroad, really only apply in the developing world. The simple truth is that they have big implications for the United Kingdom as well. We know that whilst we're very fortunate in this country that HIV doctors provide some of the best clinical care that's available anywhere in the world in this country, the real challenge we have is that about a quarter of all people with HIV here still undiagnosed, and we have to be able to change that. And more worryingly, what we know is that of the people that are diagnosed every year, half of them are diagnosed at a point at which they should already have started treatment.
So, two fascinating comments. Right, let's start with the first one. A quarter of people are undiagnosed. Why is that happening?
It's happening. Earlier this year, Terence Higgins Trust launched a major national campaign backed by the government. It's called It Starts With Me. And when we were doing the research for that, we found that two things. Firstly, that quite a lot of people didn't know where they could get an HIV test. And secondly, they didn't appreciate the importance of getting a test early and testing regularly. So they're the two main reasons why we have a quarter of all people with HIV undiagnosed in this country.
And the other point you made about the requirement to treat early because that is when the immune system is so strong echoes, I think, a point that's being made at this conference today.
It does, and we know that we have to be able to get people diagnosed much earlier. Therefore, they can get onto treatment, and therefore they can benefit from the very high quality care we have in this country. And the truth really is that if the United Kingdom is to get the real benefits of the guidelines which the WHO have announced today, then the only way we're going to do that is to reduce the levels of undiagnosed HIV.